Hello, Form 3 students. Last time we talked about points of division. So this is a little revision clip. You can see two formulas written on our screen. And then the first one is midpoint formula, which is a special case of the second one, the section formula. So for the first one, P is the point of division, which divides AB into two equal parts, means AP equals to PB. So to calculate the coordinates of P, you can calculate x coordinate and y coordinate actually separately always. X coordinates relates to x coordinates of A and B and so on for y. So to calculate the x coordinate of P, you can just like taking the mean of the x coordinate of A and B, so add them up and then divide it by 2. Similarly for y coordinates. So this is an example for the midpoint formula. Example 15. So this time, as we don't have figures here, so if you can imagine the figure, I suggest you may try to draw the relative position or sketch the relative position on the paper yourself. So this is P and B, negative 1, 2, so somewhere here maybe. Okay, read the questions carefully. P is the midpoint. So it should be B to P and then P to A. So A should be somewhere here. I can imagine the relative position of A to find out the coordinates of A. As the formula is used to calculate the coordinates of the point of division but not the endpoint. So this time to calculate the coordinate of the endpoint A, you have to solve equations. So my solution is let A to be maybe I can call it AX and AY, means it is the x coordinate of A and y coordinates of A. Okay, so consider x coordinate and y coordinate separately always. So to calculate the x coordinate of the point of division equals to the mean of the x coordinates of two endpoints. So by using this formula, you can see that okay, AX equals to 9, and then similarly the second one, the y coordinates of the midpoint equals to the mean of the y coordinates of two endpoints. So AY equals to -4, -6. Therefore, the full coordinates of A should be 9, -6. This matches with the relative position of A drawn here. So it is correct. Okay, and then for example 16, which talks about the section formula. In the section formula, be careful that you have to multiply the coordinates with the ratios. Okay, if P divides AB in the ratio of R to S, means AP to PB equals to R to S. You have to multiply the x coordinates of A with the ratio in the opposite sign and x coordinate of B with the ratio at the opposite side, and then divide the sum of them by the total parts of ratio. Okay, so let's see an example here. Example 16, coordinates of B. Similar to example 15, as we want to solve for the coordinates of the endpoint, so you have to set up an equation and solve it. So let's B, so this time for the coordinates of B, I use BX and BY. So x coordinate of B and x coordinate of B and y coordinates of B. So consider x, y coordinates separately. X coordinates first. The x coordinates of the point of division equals to this one actually is similar to wasted mean, but be careful, wasted mean. When you are calculating the wasted mean, remember you have to multiply the x coordinates with the ratio, the weight at the opposite sign. So here, come back, what is A? Yes, -8, multiplied it with the ratio 3, because on your figure this is 4 to 3. So A should multiply with the ratio of the opposite side, multiply it by 3, plus the coordinates of B, which is BX EY. So this one with the ratio at the opposite side. So BX times 4 divided by the sum of the ratio. So by solving this equation, you can see that 24 divided by 4, which is 6. This is the x coordinate. Then consider the y coordinate separately in a similar way. So this time y coordinates. So actually you can see that for both x and y coordinates, they are the same. Just replace the x coordinate by the y coordinates. For the other things, they are the same. 9 divided by 4. I also agree. Oh, no. This is 1, not 0. 7, 9, so 16, so 4. Therefore, the full coordinates of B should be 6, 4. Okay? So these two examples demonstrate how to use the midpoint formula and section formula. And then the last one, change a bit, just a bit. So this time you have the ratio like this. AP equals to PQ equals to QB. And then find the coordinates of P and Q. If you can imagine the figure, just do it. If not, you may try to sketch the figure first. Draw the axis yourself. And then -11, -2, so maybe here. Okay, 1, 7, maybe here. And then this is A, this is B. P, Q are the points on the line segment joining AB. So let me join AB first, and then PQ should be somewhere in between. And then you have to satisfy this one. AP equals to PQ equals to QP means actually PQs divide A and B to 3 equal parts. So maybe try to divide it. This is P, this is Q. Okay, and the ratio should be 1 to 1 to 1, 3 equal parts. So to find out the coordinates of P, as this time we are directly asking for the coordinates of the point of division, so instead of solving equation, I suggest you may do a direct calculation like this. Okay, consider coordinates of P first, means A to P is 1 part, P to the endpoint B is 2 parts, so it should be 1 to 2 this time. Multiply it and then multiply it. So for direct calculation, x coordinate first. -11 multiplied by 2 plus +1, that is 1, multiplied by 1 divided by the sum of the ratios. This is x coordinates and then together with the y coordinates. So actually just replace all the x coordinate by y coordinates is okay. So copy down, that one is 7. And then do your calculation inside the coordinates. So you have -22, -10 divided by 3. Oh, really correct? No. This is 1. Okay, -22, -21, so -7, and then -4, 3, so 1. So this is the coordinates of P. So you can see that if I'm asking for the coordinates of the point of division, you can calculate directly like this. And then similarly for Q. But this time when you are talking about Q, the ratio is a bit different. This time this is 2, this is 1. So multiply it, multiply it. So x first, -11, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2 again, and then replace the x coordinates by y. So this time it should be -2, 1, 7, 2. Calculate our final answer. -11, -9, so -3, -2, 14, so -12, so -4. So you can see the not negative, this is positive. Okay, so you can see that they matches the relative position of P and Q here, so a high chance to be correct. So this is the end of these 3 examples. You may do your homework now. Bye.